All pops with Quincy. That's it. That's the challenge. To be a little bit more specific, it is in Chimps mode, and if the challenge ends up being too simple, then we will go into deep free play and see how long he can continue to get all pops on. Now, I don't know about you, but to me, 3 mines around the map I'm playing on is kind of like the new logs. If anybody remembers back in the day when I did so many 1 tower challenges, I always kept doing them on logs because it was the easiest map for, well, to push a tower, any tower to its limit. But these days, this map is taking the reins from logs because it can make you extra income, and it's pretty much about as easy of a map. So you add $50,000 on Chimps on top of that, and I feel like any Chimps challenge to be taken to the limit must be on this map now. Not to mention the amazing spot towers have on this map to not have any pop. So for example, Alchemist will probably be over here, and the range will barely touch Quincy, and so that's why I put Quincy very, very, very far away from the middle. If not, then we wouldn't be able to outbuff it without it, you know, taking a pop away on a Moab. Outbuff is one of those towers that is absolutely essential for Quincy, and so that's why we're going to rush it next in 3 rounds from now. This cash out will probably allow me to afford it in time. However, did have to use the attack speed ability, so we kind of have to hope his 4 damage per shot per arrow is enough here, and things don't look good already. Uh-oh. I'm dead, aren't I? Out of curiosity, how far am I off of Outbuff? Yeah, so even if I did not spend the 435 to mine that, I still don't have enough for Outbuff this early, so I think the only option is a glue. It's the only utility tower that doesn't allow Quincy to take a pop away, but I mean, I don't know how much slowing down will really offset the pathetic 4 pierce. Let's see, greens, blues. Okay, no, it's good enough. It's good enough. Now, can we make it 2 more rounds? Oh, crap. With this round being a regrow, it might be worth using it now, eh? Okay, then I don't have it for round 18. Oh, no, I just got it now. Okay. Outbuff time. Testing over here. Nice. Even if a bad comes, I don't think the hitbox is big enough for Alchemist to shoot. But this is big. Basically double damage on Quincy when Outbuff is active. More than double because of the extra pierce it gives too. Now my question is whether I'm greedy. I want to go for the 3k mine or probably just a stronger stimmy. Well, if I get level 6 really soon, then I can probably go for the mine. Eh? Yeah. That's gonna be enough to offset not or getting greedy here. So now we'll only extract that money from the 3k mine on around 37 or so. In the meantime, use Quincy Arrow for when rounds look hard at all. Huh, pretty easy stuff so far. So easy that I low-key want to try to go for the 10k mine right before the mob comes in. Risky, but if I don't use the arrow ability this round, then I can save it for around 40 and I'll be just fine. Or I can spend 500 if I don't want to use the arrow, but I probably will, yeah. 1 loop ain't even close. Let's use it now. Oh, no, that might have been premature. Yeah, hold up, never mind. I think given I did spend 10k, I should just spend 500 for this. Or wait, we just use the ability at the last lane because it has more coverage here. See what I mean? Closer, but no. Okay, so with the power of Time Machine, I have gone back in time and have not removed that mine. I'm not sure what I need, but let me just try 10% range. That honestly might do it, given how close we were before. And Verdict, come on. No. Okay, how about double discount village so that I can get Moab glue? Wow, that's $7,000. That's gonna take so long to get that, but eh. The thing is, I likely don't plan to remove every single one of these mines anyway, so it's not like I'm in a time crunch to get them. Sooner rather than later would be nice, though. We'll get jungle drums while we're already here, so we can survive a little bit longer. And now we can finally get things going on round 46. Nice. Kept 1 red alive to get it 1 round sooner. Epic. I think our greed ends on round 49, which I'm telling you, wow. If we did spend the 500, well, we didn't survive, but still. Had we gotten the 15k cash out this round, well, I would have had more to defend this, but I guess I'm gonna go for primary mentoring now, so I at least get some free tier 1 tier. And I guess there's no time to waste. I gotta get working on my Glue Strike. Glue Strike is another thing that Quincy really loves because, again, he has low base damage and +2 on everything. With Glue Strike is goated. Enough said. Oh, also, there's a regrow issue, bruh. Don't tell me. You know what? Let's just buy a Grow Blocker. I think that ought to stem the bleeding a little bit because we need Mib at some point anyway, I think. I still end up dying, but we got this next time. Okay, solution. Wait for the regrows to come in before using the attack speed, but be careful, because I can't tell if something's going to leak. I'll do now. I think it's a good time, and that should hopefully break down enough regrows while it was active to not make a farm. Road blocker, and yep, that's how you do it. This is not my first rodeo with Quincy doing a lot of damage in Chimps mode, so from what I know, the mid game is the toughest part with Quincy. Level 20, he's really good, but in the mid levels, 9 to 19, I guess, you need a lot to supplement his D. His D isn't big enough, or rather, strong enough for those points of the game. We're gonna get a big fat cash out after this round, even though I did say that Quincy's mid game sucks. We can probably get away with this cash out because I've got Storm Arrows, and I definitely won't die now. JK. Well, I think I can be solved by a Raider Scanner. My glues weren't gluing, so it didn't buy me a lot of time. That ought to do it. Now, if we don't play stupid, we can probably roll with these glues and the Alchemist all the way until our next big upgrade. And I guess that's the thing about 3 mines around. The benefit is that even though it costs you money or you lose money during the 10 rounds, sometimes it doesn't matter anyway. Say you're saving up for a big boy upgrade, so like you would have needed to spend the 50k, say over here, for those 10 rounds anyway. Obviously, you need 50k to start in the first place, but that is yet another reason why it makes this map so OP. I'm unsure what to do this round. So many Moabs. I will probably do strong targeting, attack speed now, to break down as many as I can, but I might spend 500 on attack speed if I need it. After several futile attempts, I have determined that this round is too hard, and I gotta blow everything at once. And actually, we're pretty damn close to surviving. Hang on. F it. We'll just use the ability here. Blow everything just to beat this round. And that was still not enough. Okay, I gave up and added Relentless Glue, and of course, Relentless saves everything. Now, we have pretty much everything at our disposal to survive. Easy. This round calls for a simple order of 1 Giant Quincy Arrow, and that takes care of 63. Beat this round, and we got ourselves 37k. Although that's not enough to afford this, but you know what? Let's make the jump. This will make 67 to 76 hard. But those are one of the easiest rounds in the game, so it's definitely worth doing, I think. It'll be in the middle of 67. Oh, wait, do we have enough money, actually? Oh, God, you gotta be kidding me. This is why you don't buy Relentless. I actually don't, and I gotta wait 1 more round. Ah, well. Now I think I gotta beat round 77, too, in order to get it. No big deal. 75, I think, is harder. Alright, T-minus 3 rounds until touchdown. I cannot use the level 10 ability no matter what this round, otherwise I think I died to the regrows on 76. I guess if I do gotta spend 13k, I will. Maybe on a second Glue Strike, because 1 is not cutting it for full uptime, eh? Come on, hold. Yeah, that's not even close, actually. 2 Glue Strikes it is, then. Basically, we'll use the second one when a lot of new layers are spawned. It's kind of hard to tell because there's purple glue on them, but just kind of need an eyeball when it feels like some of the balloons don't have +2 damage, like here. Just a bunch of new ceramics under Moabs that I definitely did not do before. I'll use attack speed here because it looks like we are gonna leak. Refresh Glue Strike for the Moabs here, and then use a new one. Oh, of course I'm still dead. I was gonna say use a new one for the stuff underneath. This might take a bit. Okay, idea. Early level 3 ability. I think this round's long enough. We might let the balloons last long enough to get 2 abilities in one round here. Plus, doing it this way deletes the first clump, I think, on its own largely. Oh yeah, this is perfect. We have the BFBs completely on the other side, so we're focusing the balloons here and the balloons here only. Beautiful. Yeah, it's back up. So, ability, Glue Strike, and that ought to do it. And now, just one more round to go. Goodbye, 76. One more round until we can buy out the entire shop. Alright. Just gotta hope again that Quincy ability... You know what? No, I got arrows. Just use it. Duh. 72k cash out is going to be nutty. What do I even spend on? Ugh, it's so tempting to not spend too much to go for this, but I know doing this would be GG. So for the time being, again, just Perma-Brew. Actually, hold up. Rewind. Wait a minute. Instead of going for Perma-Brew and CTA, what if we try to just go for the upgrade that was more out of reach initially? So I'm gonna buy Overclock in the corner, and I'm just 3k off Ultra Boost, which I think is a worse, like, even 10x Ultra Boost Quincy, I think is worse than Perma-Brew. Perma-Brew is so good on him, but I think if it comes to if the rest of the game is easy, saving up for Ultra Boost is going to be harder than Perma-Brew. And this round might be scary, but I got the power of Quincy Arrow on my side to delete everything. And we should be fine. Another Glue Strike. Oh, no, no, that's not good enough. So how do I get Quincy to not fall behind here? Like, so that I can use level 10 ability as late as possible. Because if I use it now, like, there's just gonna be so many more rainbows still coming in that I stand no chance to, I think. So it's a tough decision I gotta make. Waiting. Again, there's no way to know when I'm gonna die. Even just seeing it, reacting the second it comes out, still isn't enough time. I guess quickly in the middle of the round, I could buy another Grow Blocker, but I don't know how much one is gonna delay things. I think I just gotta blow it. Yeah, I gotta be proactive. How about now? That clears out a good chunk. Got Quincy Arrow now. And Glue Strike. No, they're still coming in. What the hell? Alright, 10 attempts later, I could not get any closer, so this will be my last try. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It's also better to not pop into mobs, otherwise there's definitely no shot I survive now. Okay, back to Perma-Brew then. The Ultra Boost stream is dead. And now take a look at how much easier this shit is. Actually, never mind. Perma-Brew doesn't do anything right now because Quincy's attack speed is very slow, so I still have the same... Wow, I actually died earlier than if I bought Ultra Boost. Now, you can't tell me that there is no combination that gets me out of this run. How about Quincy Arrow early plus Call to Arms? This will delay me using level 10 to the point where hopefully I can use a Giant Storm Arrow by then. Nope. Another Rogue Pink got through. I think my best bet is probably spend more money on... Maybe not Overclock this round, but just more regrow farms. Or, not regrow farms, but regrow Grow Blocker villages. 2 here already covered 2/3 of the track, so unlike most maps, like, you don't need that many. Just 3 extra villages does the job and gets full coverage. So no Overclock this round, but this should allow me to survive a lot longer. These regrows have no chance of getting stronger. Now, I think I still have to use the ability early because the yellows are coming in at full speed. But this should make the defending this part a lot easier, trust me. I'll wait until now, I'd say. Come on. No, Overclock is going to be very sus, though. Glue Strike now. Please don't die. I'm so far away from getting my next ability off, which is probably Called Arms in 15 seconds. No, Glue Strike. Glue Strike in 10. Regrows. Neutralize, but is that the last lane? Or are we Gucci? Okay, we're good. That was not ideal, but I'm glad it's finally over. I think they have one more loop to go. Okay, don't blow this. Just use Called Arms. And we still got Overclock at the end of the round. Awesome. 79 should have been the hardest round of this challenge, as from here on out, we're going to be getting some insane buffs that come with each level. More attack speed, for example, with level 16. And right, I think Super Ceramics make it easier for Quincy, because he kept getting Pierce capped on rounds like 79 and 78, to the point where, yeah, just endless rainbows are tougher than ZMGs for him. Much sad. But this is much, much more handleable. I mean, sheesh, just looking at the damage right now is insane compared to just 10 rounds ago, where again, like, we had Perma-Brew and Called Arms, but it was so bad because we didn't have those insane level 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And so, hold up now. Maybe the Ultra Boost stream is not dead yet. Because I feel like I could juggle all my abilities here. Just combo it for the strongest parts each round. So, for example, here, just gets rid of all 20 BFBs like that. Easy. Make sure to save Overclock for that same timing, too. That's important. I don't think I'm going to be able to get the ZMGs here, but that's okay. That's okay. Oh, no, maybe we can. Okay. Does leave a lot of leftover, but that's what the arrows are for. To make things even better, even sweeter, level 19 would give us 3 arrows at a time, which I think is a 50% damage buff. Quincy has run out of targets to hit because he's doing too much damage. That's called suffering from success, ladies and gents. I would like to save some abilities for around 99, but if I gotta use some now, you know what? Yeah. Arrows is a good one to use now. Refresh this now. Boom, Ultra Boost now. This does mean I gotta somehow beat around 100 as well without a matured enough Ultra Boost. That's probably the first time I've ever explained Ultra Boost in this way. We haven't had enough stacks on it. Is the appropriate way to say things. Okay. 1 stack now, and take a look. Use arrows now, and I would have liked to combo, but I didn't have called arms up, so we'll wait for the other time around. Loop number 2, and this is the part where we get 2 million pops. Nice. Waiting for it to pop. This now. And would you look at that? The pop count has equaled the pop count for Quincy and the game. Once again, ignore the discrepancy. That's just a weird counting error, probably from Time Machine. I don't know, but as I promised you earlier, I want to see how long Quincy can get these 0 pops for, just to verify. 0, 0. 0 on the villages too, just in case a Jerry Fire snuck inside one of them. Quincy is now officially in business with 10 Ultra Boost stacks, and take a look at the damage now, comboing everything at once. I want you to look. 3.5 to 3.7, 3.8 within seconds. Not fast forwarded, by the way. He just wiped out an entire population of Bloons. Don't forget too, we're only 4k off of a homeland defense, so we can make this destruction even stronger. Just in time for round 111. Oh, this one's gonna be a good one. Take a look. 5.2 million. I'll do strong targeting. Homeland. Boom, boom. And he's now done about almost 1 million damage with that one comp with air. How much damage would you like? Quincy's answer to that is yes. Glue 2 for not having to time Glue Strike anymore. Now we're truly in business. Now, all pops chimps is a kind of limiting challenge, so at this point, there's really not much more to get other than, I guess, a call to arms to cover the downtime. Everything else is going to take away pops, or it doesn't buff at all. Quincy's got the single target, so 119 won't stop him either. Here we go. That's pretty much 1 down, and 2 down in 1 combo. It's only a matter of time now to get the rest. I gotta be careful, though. DDTs could be spooky fast. Yeah. Arrow that, just to make sure. Another combo. Strong. And that'll do. All of the rounds after 119 were pretty much a joke, so here's a quick time lapse through all of that. After the first called arms, there is, again, not much more to buy, so I do inevitably end up getting a second called arms because I guess it does now have purely full uptime, if I time it correctly. There's only one thing I think is actually worth buying at this stage, and that is for an advanced to round 140. If this has enough damage for an FBAD, we gotta at least attempt to try to beat it, and to do that we need to get more range with the Desperado. This is not any closer than the Perm Brew, so I think we're all good in that front. But this will give us the range that we so desperately need. Maybe Bounty Hunter 2 would give more range, but I spent the money on a second called arm, so I'm too broke for that. I guess we can't beat 137 because it's too dense. Didn't expect this round of all rounds to be that difficult, but here we go. Another combo. That should finish off everything, assuming, again, no Pierce Cap. Good. Bad news, no ability for the start of 138, so good luck here. All I've got is a Call to Arms and a Dream. I'll use this early, Because, again, I don't have any cooldowns for the time being. God, it really... Yeah, we just need the first domino to fall. One DT pops, and then the next gets stunned. And we might be okay, but some of them are... Why are some of them moving so fast? Okay. We're saved. Got CTA up. And let's see. Can I afford the bounty hunter or not? Or are we going to be just a little bit short? We got it. Nice, nice, nice. Now, this is not full uptime, but we only need to selectively use it when it's out of range, so it's not a big deal. For example, I want to use it early and now to get to use this earlier, although by the time it loses range here, we're going to be able to... We're going to stop attacking and lose a little bit, but I think it doesn't really matter. We don't have enough DPS. There is one loop, and we don't have our next cooldowns up, so can't really do anything. Gotta wait for loop 2 out of 3. Rather, this is the last loop it can go through. Here we go. Combo one more time. Use this for a little bit more time and range, but no. That's not gonna do it. As expected, or rather, this was an expected end to the all pops run. Also, when did this get 21 pops in 13-14? I'm gonna say only on this round. Yeah. I don't know why. It's still confusing to me sometimes. I forgot if anybody explained why a bat at 140 can hit and not 1 on 100, but regardless, it was 0 coming into this round, so yeah. 22 million pops on Quincy before any other tower gets a pop. If you like all pops challenges, click here for more.